Good morning, good morning, good morning. Let's go. Oh, I want to give a shout out to Ashley W. Check out our YouTube. Sarah Lena, check out her YouTube. Oh man, we getting it. These women, they are aware. I don't use awake or conscious because now, after we have long awaited, been lied to and abused, mistreated, misguided, misunderstood, unapologetic, podogelic, sorry. I'm speaking out now because this is why I started my YouTube. Here in my heart, since I was young, always looked at people was like, why the hell, why the F's, why the FUCKs, they're doing this, the curse, the cuss. And it was like, what's wrong with people? If it hurt, go somewhere where it don't hurt. Do what don't hurt. Don't cover up. Don't lie. Don't create false reality. Go to the truth. And I could never understand why do women like pain. I was like, what's wrong with these women? Do she want to get beat by this man? Do she want to get hurt by this man? Did this man like to get cheated on? What's so great about this person that I will sit there and allow you to hurt me? I want to know. Because I must be like, am I misinformed? Or something like that. Am I doing something wrong? And why? So at the age of 27, so I'm 35, I always been working on it. I felt like I claimed to be a Christian. I wasn't born a Christian. And the creator spoke on me about that. He's like, you wasn't born in Christianity. You don't have to worry about what people think. And people don't believe the creator talked to them. But he does. He really does. It's the spirit. Our spirit. Why wouldn't a person that created you have the spirit of and omnipresent be there for you to talk to? And not so many words, because you know how you get information, you receive information. You don't even jokes. You don't say the joke verbatim unless you good at really picking up audio and learning it real fast or understanding it real fast. So you get it. You get it when somebody say it right to you. Sometimes you mess up. And the creator was just like just talking to me and pouring on me and anointing me to be who I am. And it's like, don't worry about people that's going around being who that's what they're doing. Whatever they're doing, let them do that. But for you, this is what I want you to do, and this is who you are. So it fits you. Just don't hurt you. You don't have to bear no pain. But you're going to go through the iniquities of the world. You're going to face the people when it come against you. You're going to sound different to them. But you're going to make a lot of sense. Because in this day and age, I notice we need people to make sense. Like if you're gonna tell me that a person done something, I need proof, and I don't, and I, you're not gonna teach. You're not gonna keep tricking me and telling me proof is not needed. Proof is always needed. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry how you want to say it because there's no way you're gonna tell me what I can visibly see. I cannot visibly see. Does that make any sense? What you can visibly see, you can tell me that it's not really visible. You cannot tell me that this happened with no link, no cause. I don't care if it sounds crazy. You better be able to explain it. And I don't mean saying, well, the spirit. No, the spirit did what? Why? What was the outcome? What created the spirit? That's what made it happen. That's called iniquity. That's like equity is the same word. I think that's very funny as well. You spell it the same exact way. And I took that my thumbnail was like the pro black up and was like, why? And I see this is the 14th order, as I spoke of the 13th order with the racially charged. It's an order. If you don't know what orders are, go look up the United States Constitution and look at the federal guidelines and state guidelines and orders. And I was in the military. Orders was commands dictating how we supposed to act out the way they wanted us. So if an order came in, I have to deploy. I have to do all the things. We had to do all these checks and balances before we deploy. But we were a deployable ready unit, and I was in the United States Marine Corps. Hoorah, Semper Fi, and rest the souls that was lost in a country that all your families was fighting for no reason. War was for no reason. I was stupid. I joined the military because I was really stupid. And I remember I dated April. April was like, you. She tried to make a comment about I wouldn't stand up for people I don't know. I was standing up for people I do know, like my family, people I talk to. That's what I thought joining the military was about. And I loved the uniforms. Not gonna lie, the dress blues. And then I realized, and I never got it. I never bought the dress blues and never wore it because it's like my whole life spiritually, the Creator been giving me so much. People wanted to deny it all they want. They can. I don't care. I don't worry about somebody denying me because when I see people denying me, they denying my Creator. I don't deny no one. I don't deny nobody on the silliness or because they're silly. Even a drunkard man or a woman, they have a lot of good points. They make a lot of. They state a lot of. They state. They project. They interact a lot of truth and factors that goes in. Like say you got links. Where's the factor? What caused this? And what I wrote is the 14th order was, and I spoke about this. And every time I speak about it, a lot of black people that so pro black, but I learned quote unquote black people, African descent people of America, and even other countries, they don't read. We don't read. We got regardless of the. It's not so Mac at a not so Mac. So wrong that not so much of not the truth of they say the lack of knowledge my people perish. It's so much we don't even go out and seek nothing. And I put it's symbolic. Ashley talked about it and she talked about it in a different way. Just saying like it is symbolic. It's not a symbolic win with Colin Kaepernick. To me, 2 years ago, every year I stopped watching football. Actually, 3 years ago, and when he did the knee, I wasn't even watching football. I was like, "Oh, Colin Kaepernick. Okay, let's do the history of Colin Kaepernick. His father is black. His mother is white. That's what we call in America biracial. He wears an afro. He worked hard yes to get to the NFL and get paid millions of dollars. Pause. He get paid millions of dollars. Pause. He get paid millions of dollars. Pause. Let's think about all the people in history that was our black leaders. Nobody wanted to do the stand. Nobody really want to take on. And reason I'm not getting attacked because I'm a nobody in a nowhere place. I got my information all on the computer screen. Nobody's sending me death threats. Nobody attacking me because I'm a nobody. They're looking at my views. The people that own YouTube is the Roman Empire, the British colonies, the Federal Republic. They're not scared of me. They have no reason to fear what I'm saying because they know nobody's going to listen to me. Nobody's going to listen to Sarah Lena or Ashley. I mean, as a civilization, as like we say the word revolution and evolution. Nobody's listening to us. Nobody won't because that's why taking a knee was still it didn't make sense. Trump made a point. It didn't make sense. In 2 years, what changed? What changed within 2 years? And I'm about to back it up and I'm going to give you places to do research from the internet. This is just Google, but you could go to your local town halls and city and break it down. Can I get a statistic reports of how many black people was killed? How many families live in Buffalo or Amherst or New York, Western? You can do that. And they say no. And then I was like, well, what can I go get from the police station, the town? What do I need from the government so I can pull up with these reports so we can start getting the truth? Who's doing that? That's why I said we are scared. There are black men and women. I don't blame you. You got families. I don't have families. My mother and father and brother and sister, I'm not willing to sacrifice them. They're not a sacrifice, but you're not going to attack me over them. And that's not going to sound, it's going to sound bad to people. If you kill my mother, brother, and sister, you do not prove, I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. This makes no sense. Now, listen to this. For all my African descent people that we killing each other, I don't see how that make any sense. Just like when the cause, the order of the police killing black people makes sense. They're trying to rid black men. They're trying to dominate black women. Black women talking about when black men marry out at the 25%. I don't know where she get 25%. Is actually 15 to 70% of black men going out for different reasons out of their race to find love, not just to date or to grow riches, because we don't have wealth. A conglomerate or the empire, if we had an empire right now, a civilization of wealth, black people are last. We are last. Hispanic is last under us because they're just following form suiting, but they don't even have a goal because they're not together. They just live together. See, it's a difference. You're like, oh, I want to live like them. They just live together because they don't have enough money. They know they don't make enough money. They don't have enough Hispanics out there with enough degrees that's staying with their family. They're dating out too. They're taking their wealth, their inheritance, and bringing it to the other families that's dominated by the race of person that they're married to. Come on, man. We got to make sense. We're not making no sense. Kaepernick knee made no sense. It didn't. Let's go make the proof. When he took the knee, he was making $126 million, 39 guaranteed. The knee. Come on. His salary cap is $11.9 million for the San Francisco guarantee. That was on April 1st, 2016. The other one was September 10th, 2017. He made $39 million. Wow. What is, and not a diss to you, Kaepernick. If you hear me, Kaepernick, if you really want to make change, stop talking. Now, this is not a diss. I don't know who else you're talking to you, but I heard you talk to Michael Eric Dyson. Stop talking to him. Kaepernick, come to the goods. Come to the trap. Come to the ghetto, dude. Come talk to us. We are taking these young men that's their outlet. They're crumping in the California. They're dancing. They're playing sports. That is our outlet to get away from where we might end our graves at in these places, Kaepernick. You know that. You donated to all these organizations for what? What? January 31st, 2018, he pledged across the country is $1 million pledge. He'd announced the donations. But the half-past year, his main one was with the children about stand up. Like, it's not stand up, don't shoot, but he's teaching the children how to interact with the police. How about if you're going to donate to the police force to start training officers to learn how to interact with black people? That's where the injustice, or Hispanic people, or they on people, they killing. And it's funny, and I'm going to bring up this statistic. I've looked this up. You're not going to play with me. You're not going to make me feel like I'm spiritually dumb or stupid. I know what I'm talking about. And this backs it up. Colin Kaepernick donate. He's biracial. He have the money, the cars, the clothes. I suppose I just want to be. He's still successful. What is he losing? I'm not saying you have to lose, but women, if men and women, if we really want to say we want to take a real stand, Martin Luther King died for taking a real stand. He was the second most hated man in the world. Kaepernick don't even make the top 100 hated man. If he is, he probably like 50. I didn't look that. I wish my mind wasn't thinking. Not wish. I should have recalled to look that up to see where he stand at of the most hated. Martin Luther King, a man that actually fought for social injustice, for the skin color, for people that was getting treated wrong, all people, for people of color, for African descent people. He was the second most hated man behind a man that was literally killing people based on his facts and beliefs, or his factors of beliefs. But Kaepernick is sitting in pretty with a beautiful young woman that's his girlfriend he might marry. He got money out the woodworks, the yin yang. He can shit a piece of dollar out of his asshole. Come on. I'm not scared of what you're doing. That's symbolic. It served no purpose. That's the 13th order. I'm going to charge you up on the 13th, and on the 14th, I'm going to serve you no purpose. There's no purpose to this knee. It has no purpose. Again, October, he's donating to Silicon Valley Debug, Social Justice, Just Cause, Urban Underground, Mothers Against Abuse Brutality. November, Black Youth. You can look this up when I send the links. December 2016. All these places, Appetite for Change, 25,000. They're like in the 25,000 ranges, and there's no changes. Black Veterans of Social Justice, 20. All these is like 25,000, and he's helping out. So he got something going on with Jesse Williams and Advancements Project, 20,000 with Steph Curry, United Players, 20,000. San Jose, Debug, Kevin Durant, T.I., Angel by Nature, 20,000. Schools on Will, 30,000 with Chris Brown and Rihanna, or Janae Aneko, Meek Mill Youth Services. And I go get into like, damn, like a lot of these people that's donating are with the call, like they're part of the order too. They're not making 20. What's $20,000 gonna do? Nothing. It's better off putting your money where the funds can make a difference now and later, so we can reap what we sow. This is not reaping nothing. 20,000 is not gonna. It's like for a person that's a nip in the bud. But like just like these young men, that's why I'm gonna go back to the guys that's coaching these teams. They're buying these young men school clothes. The mothers can't afford it. These mothers work underpaid jobs, but this is the outlet. They're trying to like have their son to give an activity because you cannot say nothing to these mothers that these sons. Well, my son ain't in the streets. I want him to do something. I can't argue with her. Their father is not there. Work towards getting the fathers in the home. Start teaching the law. Start having training programs. Not one of these things provided programs to help us be better as an African American neighborhood so we can be a community again. Not one. This is not a diss again, Kaepernick. If you see this or hear this as your people, come on, come talk to me. I'm working on community. I don't have, but I'm working on, I got a game plan. I got a blueprint from the creator, be like, it was going to take a while. That's why in 2018, I would have took off. My feelings would have been hurt. I've been attacked so many times by my own women, my own race of women, of how I am. Now, the way we're advocating for good men is we're using bad men now that somehow changed. They made a turn for the best. Congratulations. Now those are advocates. We don't want to advocate with me because I'll tell you up front, this start at the womb. The child needs discipline and love. Your child is doing wrong. You got to tell it why it's wrong. Don't curse them with saying that's a baby kid or a bad child. They got to understand what make that bad, what make it wrong, what make that negative. I'm speaking negative because I'm asking you for the truth, the all truth. That's not negative. Come on now. That's negative. And then I ran the statistics by, there are 18 more fatal shootings this year than last year by African descent people. The statistics were supposed to have went down. But somehow we got 18 more fatal shootings by police officers. So this need and justice does what purpose again? Again, what is the purpose? I still, just like Donald Trump, the white people that do make sense of a lot of things that either that's willing to, whether it's a bias or a discriminative or a prejudiced view, at least they're going to look into it. Even though Donald Trump is a puppet, he don't know why he's saying that, but that they're using him as the grand priestess of puppets. He's to be chosen. He's part of the order too. When he became president, that was the seventh or sixth order. But from my knowledge, I don't have all the direct connections with order because nobody ever spoke out about what orders. Because Masons and Black African descent men that's part of these orders are Masons and they're following the order. I don't have affiliation except the military in this country, and whatever happens, I'm under law still by the country and the military. The longest the extension of the law can go, I have to follow it. But as of now, I have not been sued. Right now, my videos haven't been under copyright. So whatever I'm doing it correctly. I'm doing it by the law. This is my right to go by law. I'm not saying nothing wrong. I'm not defamating nobody's name. I'm not using YouTube in the wrong way. I'm not saying the truth. Because if you're going to fight me, because you try to mark my videos, YouTube or people trying to flag me, you know I'm going to go to the law, whether I understand this or not. So don't play with me. You're not going to play with me. See, you're not going to walk up to me and say, I'm going to check your bag now. I'm like, stop, officer. Before you pull out your gun, I am unarmed and I need a warrant, or I need, what article are you under to search my bag? And if you keep going forward, and then you read me my Miranda rights, I'm going to sue, and it's not going to be symbolic, and I'm going to be very rich. I'm going to be very happy that I sued people that is not following the law as I just followed the law. I will be very glad to sue the country. I don't care, and I will go feed the children that need money. Don't get mad at me. I would make sure I will make an organization to make sure if people want to hit me on these these kids needs clothes. That would you perfectly fit into my plan of community and unity. You perfectly fit. I will be grasping in my $150 million. I will be having fun and I will be doing the work that the creator gave me and I will not feel bad and I will go to sleep at night. So if you want to attack me, attack me. Or my family will have all this money and they see my videos and I will tell them, please watch my videos and my eulogy. And my funeral is not going to be about no, don't sing at my funeral. I don't want nothing singing. It's called fun. Fun arose. I'm being enrolled to the creator. Whatever he decide, that's between me and him. I wouldn't care. Because I know what I've been through on this earth. I know what I suffered. I know what I'm suffering. Sacrifice. I'm not sacrificing until I know the sacred. I am sacrificing now because it is very sacred that my race of people live on. We're not going to live. The 12th order where Meghan Markle order was to get her married to the enslavers. That was part of the Roman Empire. The Spaniards, the Dutch, the French, the Arabic, the Middle. That's the East, the Korean. That's why East. There's North and South Korea. They're fighting because they was enslavers. That's why it was the Ming Dynasty. If you look at World War I, that was all the Euro countries or cities, states, the providence that was fighting each other for control. We know that more white men died, but at the rate more black men died by police brutality and fatal shootings, killings, their murders. It's called genocization. They're genociding us. The power is in the womb. They know that. That's why they practice medical, which is alchemy. I don't know how many times I can say this to people. When are we going to, okay, if we really want to woke, when are we going to wake up? We awoke. When are we going to wake up? We're sleepwalking. We're still in a slumber. We don't understand the symbolic need is stupid. It is stupid because he got all these organizations he's charitable to. Cool. But where's the one that's going to make the change at? Doo-doom, doo-doom, doo-doom. Where is the change? Waiting on the world to change. The world not going to change because it's in you. You have the fire. You have the dream. You have the goal. See, I don't have friends because I don't think like them. You're not going to tell me you treat people with hospitality, but you treat your woman like shit. You cheating on your woman. You're cheating. Yes, infidelity. You're defiling the bed with a commitment of her thinking that you're with her. And then she's sitting there and then you're not smart. Man or woman, that person is defiling the bed. What are you doing? They're going to bring you diseases that was created by man back to your home. That was the whole purpose, to give you that mind. You're not building just because you have 8 wives and you can afford them. That don't mean you're helping the community. Polyamorous is stupid. I would never even have that in my mind. Polyamorous is even good at all. It's not. One-on-one, it's the closest thing you get to know. We having problems getting to know ourselves. So knowing another person, then damn, you about to put another 3-4 women in your house as a man, or you a woman, 3-4 men in the house together as a woman. You saying we about to get to know each other. No, we not. What we are building on. We're not even together. We think the taking the knee is symbolic and it makes sense, and it don't. It don't make sense. It served no purpose. He was in the NFL getting paid by the NFL owners. You see, no owner came out and talked. They paying him millions of dollars. Nike just gave him a contract. If anything you want to do, start investing. Invest in Nike. Don't buy Nike. Don't buy the Black Panther movie ticket. Go invest in the movie theaters. Go invest in the production. Go invest where our revenue can become an inheritance for the next generation. That's what make more. Go be profitable and charitable to the next generation. That would make sense. Don't make sense to take a knee for no reason when you're getting paid by the people, and now you're getting paid even more money and you're spreading your money thin. You're not aiming. You're not teaching kids the law. I don't care. That don't make sense. That's not doing nothing. The police are still going to kill them by no law. They're not being indicted on murders that haven't changed. 2 years. What's going to change? The kids stopped talking about the gun law because their parents realized that was coercing them and controlling them, realized this was stupid. Gun law is not going to change. We don't need a gun law. We need a heart law. We need to change our hearts. We need to change our mentality and our psyche. We need to evaluate why we're tricking each other. That's the real evaluation. If we're going to fight for anything, let's fight for the truth. All the truth. You don't hear me though. You don't like the truth. You don't like the truth. Most of the murders are done on the more of the north of the side, and the east and north of the side of the country, where it get cold. But it's supposed to be erratic in the heat. But it's a lot of places in the Midwest and the West and like the Southwest that get a lot of the killings as well by a police fatal shootings. And it shows 11% of Arab are killed by the police. 11% compared to white counterparts of 7.1%. And only 68% Hispanics were killed by the police so far in 2018. Remember now, 18 more people by black people been killed by the police than last year. So it dropped and it went up. Police murders have went down, but it still didn't go down to alarming rate where we're getting killed more unarmed than our white counterpart. That's when white guys try to explain that to you. Our white counterparts, I'm gonna stop saying quote unquote, I'm just gonna go through it. White counterparts get killed at an alarming rate with armed weapons. I mean, like weapons to kill. But a lot of the murders, they even showed me a young dude. You can look this up. Just type in murders of black people in the United States from 2018 or the last 3 years or the last 2 years. I put 2 years. And we're getting killed at alarming rate still. It's alarming because if we are fighting injustices and nothing changes, you're just teaching children how to deal with the police, but nobody is teaching the police how to deal with people. And the ones that's getting promoted are the racist ones, the ones that's part of the order, the agenda. That's the top of the head of the Freemasonry. That's part of these priesthoods. See, Catholic is a priesthood. You got to remember, this is the order. The Pope knows under the Pope. And we don't want to look at this. It's the bishop. Knows under the bishop, the pastor. He's an elder. Then there's the minister. Then there's the deacon. But in priesthood, you call them in Catholic, the Christianization is you have the father. And he's a certain type of priest. Then you have the nuns for the women's side. But in the church, you go to the nuns, you have the first ladies. The nuns are first ladies. They all working together. That's why it's called Christianization. All religion is part of the Christianization. The top 3 religions have the same take on religion. It don't vary. They have the same take. They worship more towards a certain part. And that's it. Christianity is no better than a Jehovah. Jehovah is no better than a Muslim or a Nation of Islam. They all worship towards the same point. Because you would say Muhammad was the top priestess, the top priestess of all time. Then the Jehovah Witness is a person that went out. So the more towards the 12 disciples, Christianity is more towards the living of Jesus Christ as a man. So him and Muhammad is the same as a man. So you got the Martin Luthers, and then the Martin Luther King, and then the Malcolm X's is the same as the Jesus. The slaves that died was the same as the Jesus. The people that was sacrificed was the same as the Jesus. Jesus don't exist because it'd be Isis and it'd be Yahshua, and there's no Y, so there's no Yahshua. There's Yah, there's no Y, there's no Yah, there's no God. God backwards mean dog. Dog in any other culture mean demon. So we're following the demonic. The fallen angel that was put into the womb of Mary was a spirit of a fallen angel, the demon. So the demon was created in form in the manger in the weak place. But we won't talk about the full story. So if that's the story, how are we getting that? And I would challenge any person on religion, and it's a challenge because we're looking for a true guide. But in the spirit is of. So the law of, we have to follow the law. So if it's 65 and you're in the car, you're conveying yourself to a destination in the vehicle, you should follow the law based on where you're going. But if the law say murder, I don't have to murder. Punish me and set me in prison based on the law of land. But in the law of the spirit of who you are, you have not been punished. You don't need to be punished. You will not be punished by the Creator. But that's the trick of the religions. I'm not being punished by having sex before marriage. My spirit is being corrupted. It's not punishment. If when I masturbate, that's like punching myself in the face. I'm not killing nobody or hurting no one. So, and it can sound funny, your masturbation is wrong, but I don't know why there's a lot of people that, and I've seen and I watched it, I'm not going to lie about it. People masturbate. That is a turn on because that is the intimate time with when you to yourself, but it would be more likely and be fond of and enjoyable if you share it with someone. But a lot of people don't have to share it with each other. So I'm going to guide you and let you know if you want to study what masturbation is wrong to you, masturbation is not wrong to me because I know what it underlines and I understand what it is. Having sex before marriage is not wrong. It never said it was wrong. He just said you're going to find yourself in a hard predicament and it's hard for me to get you out. But even when you come back to me, you got to go through these trials and tribulations because you had sex before the marriage. The marriage was to honor you, to make it more pleasurable, to give you a chance where you don't have to worry about your partner. But the marriage on this earth is a contract. It's no longer a spiritual bonding together with that person in matrimony. There's not a togetherness. You're not claving. It's a contract. Because if you're going under spirit, you wouldn't marry a man that would abuse you. You wouldn't marry a man that wouldn't at least take his last 2 pennies. I don't care if he made $20 a day to $200 a day or 200 million. My last dollar, but I have to still get to take the time out to know you. On the first date, do not count as me knowing you. We talk in 2 weeks, do not count as me knowing you. Me going out with you count now. That's when I start extracting information to know you. And so black people, we are killed 3 times at the percentage of whites. Account that whites make up 52% of the population. Killed by the police so far this year is 7% Hispanics and 52% whites. And at the rate they at 52. Since it's like if you just take half of that, so we at a 30%. See, they didn't write that down. They said 3 times the percentage of blacks, and they make a count for it. But we're killed at a higher rate. So it says every 2.7 we are killed at a higher rate. It's more whites, but somehow every 2.7 let's say 3 black people died, 1 white guy died, 3 black men died, 1 white guy, even though it was more of them. So you got to remember they're really killing us like at a higher rate. If it's more and they account for more murders, but we carry at a higher rate. So that means days or weeks can go by with a white person get police and a white person to get killed, but we still have 13 more murders that in that week by a police officer, and then a white guy is only 1 or 2. Well, 2.7. So they had 13. We're gonna have 15, maybe 16, because we still killed at a alignment rate, a higher rate. Or we're gonna be killed like all month, and you can look up the statistic and you can do the math. All month we're gonna be killed at a higher rate. Well, more white men are gonna be killed, but we're gonna be going boom, boom. They're gonna die, but their rate of death now, we're victims. And it shows it's been a decline, but we only have a knife with no gun on us. That's a knife, a pipe, or of driving a vehicle under the same conditions. 48% of blacks were killed by police. The same conditions, 48%. We only make up the 40% of the population again. So it's like it went like 30, it's like 33 to like 42% of the population, the black makeup of America. So what's going on? And then since they don't keep an accurate record of the police logs, because I was looking at some, when you look it up, when you type that in, I'm gonna tell you how to type it in, and you can type it in different ways. How many black people have been murdered in the United States by police officer? Or I have to look it up how I did it again when I get off of here. I'll do the link and I'll type it in how I wrote it. And that's what came up. They don't keep an accurate study of fatal police shootings since 2015, 2016, 17, and 18. They don't have it. There are 160 million more whites in America than blacks. They roughly make up 60% of the U.S. population. And it sounds weird. You gotta read into it. White people make up 60% of the population, but only 49% of those who were killed by police officers are African Americans, however, account for 24% of those fatal shootings. So, US population, only 49% of those who are killed by police officers. Remember, white people make up 62% of the population, but only about 49% of those who are killed by police officers, African Americans, account for 20% of those fatal shootings killed by the police. Wow. So that means it's 2.5. Sorry, I put 2.7. That wasn't another statistic. But according to the counters, that 318, 23% was black. It's 560, 40% of white. So we coming at they're dominators, how many more of them, but we're getting close to the coming to we're getting past the half mark. So they're going to 60, we at a 30 mark. If they got 40, we passed 25 mark. Or we getting close to the 25. So it's like that's a crazy amount of people. And then more men are killed by the police officer as well. More black men than white. Black men make up the murders. But it's adjusted for racial demographics. So yeah, here we go. Black people have a 2.7 higher likelihood of being killed by police than whites. I haven't done nothing my whole life. I haven't broken the law. I haven't raped a woman. Haven't raped a girl. Haven't robbed a bank. I haven't robbed a store. I always worked. I never received anything under falsehood, even though because I am honest, I am truth. I am a God, as my God is the God, the one that sit on the throne that watches down, and we honor him. And I have done nothing in my life by law and even morally, and this is not a moral victory either with this Kaepernick. I have hurt nobody, not one person. But on more time, 2.7 likeness of being killed by a police officer than a white guy for being unarmed. We're killed at a higher rate being unarmed with no justification. And we have, I don't care, you can call us the media, capital M, capital E, capital D, capital I, capital A. You can say that's the media projecting their lies to us. That's not a lie to me. When I see a man look like me with his arms up, that's getting pulled over, whether he had a reason or not, the way I'm treated because of my skin still in 2018. I'm back, sorry. We got to really target the community and areas that need help. And the spiritual, I was thinking, like, these young girls are still having babies at alarming rate at a young age, not helping the community. These young girls are stupid, just like these young men are stupid. They're having sex for pleasure. It's not love. They know it's not love, but they're turned on because they're watching and listening to music. It's over sexual. You go to Instagram. I'm clicking on these profiles, and it's like, damn, every woman shaking their ass for money, and then the beautiful women are feeling left out. But at an alarming rate, still, the 30% women are controlling the population. So these hood dudes that's finally coming to their senses now thought of as being good men, and the men like sitting here is like, we're not being beta or alpha. I don't feel less than or you taken away. But I've been doing this. It's not new. But now don't change the stipulation. Do you want chivalry? Do you really want a man to treat you with respect? You're not gonna argue with a man that treats you with respect. In all reality, women, he's not gonna argue with you. I don't argue with women. I asked them a question and it sounded like an argument. I was like, I'm not arguing with you. I'm asking you a question. You're taking it to. I'm asking you, why? And I can't never get an answer from a woman. or they get quiet and they just sit there. And I was like, but you want someone to teach you. Everybody, a woman said they want a man to teach them or to guide them or show them something they never seen. But I know, I don't know how to finesse you out your panties and make your pussy wet and make you have the most beautiful orgasm because we're not getting to know each other. My sex, my betterness of my sex is coming from that I really want to do what I'm doing. What I'm doing for you and doing with you, I really want to do this. It has nothing to do truly so much to you, but I like your presence. I love your presence. I want my presence around. I would love to sit in the ambience of black women just naked all over me with no sex, not even being sexual, or just by them, smelling them, whether they're sweaty, they're just out the shower, whether they, but we ain't, I don't like funkiness, but at the same time, I want her smell. That's creepy to some women. That's creepy then. You think the hell you doing when you putting on your man's shirt when he got his cologne on? We don't never call that creepy. We like, okay, she down for me. But no, you allowing the 20%, the chicks that have no moral compass or values or purpose in life to run you down. I just watched a video. A woman said, I wore weave. I'm going to tell you the truth. It was self-loathing, self-hatred, and self-content. Content. It was tricked to hate herself. She told us the truth. Now, women, that's the truth. Now, tell me that if one woman said it, tell me why you wearing a blonde head wig. And women can never explain things. And we're like, well, men want to wear weaves. I only heard of Kendrick Perkins was the only basketball player, other person of men I ever heard wore a weave. All they do is we grew our hair. And then they talk about receding hairlines. I was like, they want, if that's your justification, so be it. But a lot of black men our hair turn gray. We can't help it turning gray. We don't go put that in our hair as weave. We cannot change a lot. We don't put on makeup. We can't garnish a garnish belt or fashion a belt. Like, so we don't put on makeup. You don't shave our eyelashes. Straight men. We're going to say masculine men. We're going to use these stupid words. Or men, just in general, of just living life. We just live life. We don't go out there and try to bring out so much other things. But this is crazy. This is part of the order. We're learning we're guiding, we're fostering and nurturing our children to hate ourselves. But Kaepernick, if you're going to come with a stand, man, get up off your knee. Let's go walk the streets. I'm going to say this again, Colin Kaepernick. You want to come with a stand? Get up off your knee. Let's go walk the streets. Let's go into the neighborhood so we can make them communities again. You too, all the brothers out there, let's walk this. Nobody not connecting or calling me. Nobody not looking. I don't care. My one YouTube got the most 43 views for the HR 1242. So 43 people looked at this YouTube, did not call me or text me or send me an email about this HR 1242. And I haven't more this winter I'm going to take the time out and the creator was telling me step away. Now I've done my work. I've been in the streets. Like now go ahead with the community and unity. People are not going to be aboard. And I seen it. He already gave me the truth. Now the all truth came into play. People is not going to be aboard on what I'm about to say and do. So I'm let my family and friends know who I call friends or covenant brother. This is my walk. It's not to dish your religion. I don't have no affiliation to no religion or organization. I'm not joining no secret society. I don't need money to propel me. Money is not a tool, it's not a vehicle. We are the tool, we are the vehicle. Until we come together, there's going to be no change. I don't mean how many places you donated to Colin Kaepernick or any other people out there. Read the statistics. I'm going to send the statistics to everybody and let them know that we got to do better. We still haven't touched the mark. We still haven't made the mark. You understand? We haven't done anything yet. Since Martin Luther King and Brother Malcolm, King Jr. and Brother Malcolm has died and been murdered, assassinated, the world have not got better for civil relations between black men African descent women and men and women in America, and let alone this country. It's gotten worse. They're hiding. Our leaders are giving in to money. Colin Kaepernick just fell for the money. Nike, I trust in the just do it. But far as Nike, they know it's about money. Nike always sponsored money. Nike's come out because if people, Shaq, the Chris Rihanna's, the Chris Browns, the Trey, whoever, Kevin Durant's. No, I'm calling everybody out. Michael Jordan, LeBron James. The if you really care, like doing a whole thing, cool. You started a school, LeBron. That didn't help because you're not targeting you saying black people, but the children is the future. Not being funny. This is maybe this is me then. Maybe this is mine. I'm not gonna predict what the creator gave to me. My challenge the creator gave me, community and unity. The community I was in was predominantly people that looked like me, and they were colored. So it was a few Hispanics, a lot of African descent people, and some whites. I am for you. I'm not gonna just make a school. I'm not gonna just donate money to say I did it, and that's me fight. I'm gonna directly all these little black boys that have no information. Their father's not there. I'm for you. I wish I can. I'm gonna come see you in the street, and I want to talk to you, young black men and women. I want to talk to you. Why you think that way? You hurt. I don't have all the money. I'm not, and I'm not cursing myself. I'm probably not gonna end up being a millionaire. But at least in your mind and knowledge, you can have the understanding how to get there one day. So you can pass in the heritage. So our community can get out of poverty. We don't have to talk like this. We can become our. We can start. We can share money within each other. And when a young man he don't have to take out a loan from a bank. He can go within his community, get $1,000 from 5 brothers. That's $5,000. 6 brothers, 6,000. 20 brothers, that's $20,000 from each brother. That this young man can start a business, and we making enough money. So when the young men and women want businesses, we fund at least we can fund their resources they may need. Like they're gonna need books, they're gonna need the tools. Like if you're gonna want to be, we need mechanics, we need doctors, we need lawyers. Let's fund them getting to the bar exam. We just encourage them so the other attorneys and lawyers that's part of the community and unity can teach them and show them and guide them the way. Like just give them the information, man. Study this, be on this. They're challenging laws now. We have no lawyers that's taken up directly, and we think it sounds funny. Hispanics have directly for Hispanics. The Indians have direct for. We don't have black attorneys and lawyers. They're going where the money's at because they're trying to support families because they got a taste of that little blood. It's called the taste of blood. That money was that blood. Now they need more. They need more. Give me that. I need more. Give me that. I need more. They need more just to open doors. They want to it because they stricken in their place ain't more. They need more. Just bring it on. I need more. They don't need more. You need to understand we're not together. It's not a diss to no LeBron or Kaepernick, but we got to understand this is the 14th order. LeBron is so hitting on this racist stuff so hard. Why, LeBron? Do something in the community directly. You just said black people are this. So let's go do something about it. Stop saying it and do it. I want your help. I want to see these young men beat up a little another like, oh, white man, like he stole my bike. He don't have a bike, but you riding in this neighborhood. He don't have this nice bike. Just go get them some nice bikes. That's nothing. Let's go make sure they got at least one pair. Let them, even if they don't, if you're not you invested, you got millions. You can buy them a whole bunch of Jordans. Let them all have a pair of Jordans for one time in their life. And then show them, I did this because I love you. I want to see you be better. This is why I did it. We don't got to keep buying Jordans. Make sure they got clothes on their back, food in their stomach. Let's do that. And directly into the community. Not the donations. Fuck those people. They ain't giving that money to them kids. And fuck these, like, people. I'm sorry, other races of people, fuck y'all. Y'all ain't helping black people. That's a minute. Y'all built abortion clinics. So now you want to help you're not helping black women. You built a damn clinic in a neighborhood. You taught her that abortion is okay. Now you challenging abortion. Now you want to say, now you trying to police her on her pussy. Come on now. They don't give a damn. The black women, you with a white man, he never advocated for the black community. He don't stand on, he ain't take a knee. He ain't put the fist up. He ain't take a stand. He ain't do Carl Lewis. But you want to beat me down. He ain't holy and he ain't walking with the church because he wake you up in the morning and cook you bread and make sure you go to church. Yeah, because he know you a dumbass. As long as you praise that church, he know you gonna come home and be the master and be a bed witch and be his mammy. You gonna mammy other women to being a mammy and bed witches. Nigga, you ain't doing shit with your money. You just a nigga. They paying you. You don't even own your own company. You play basketball and football. Y'all asses should be starting a basketball and football league. Y'all got enough money. You telling me that Troy, like, nah, you telling me Shannon Sharp, Ray Lewis, Colin Kaepernick, let's go down the line. Champ Bailey, Deion Sanders, Michael Irvin. You can't start a league. Magic Johnson, Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Steph Curry, Kevin Durant. Come on, let's play. We're gonna play for real. Let's start our own basketball league. If y'all want to say man up, that's the man up time. Y'all some chump ass, punk ass niggas. Y'all acting like niggas. This how I'm gonna really. If y'all want me to talk like a nigga, I'm gonna be a nigga for now. Y'all ain't doing nothing special. That's weak. Y'all want to teach a black man? Go talk to those officers that's killing us. I will get shot for talking like this for an officer telling them the truth with my hands up. I seen it. But they smart. They smarter than you. They more intelligent because they know you're gonna be a nigga your whole life. You ain't trying to separate yourself from the state. You know you can do that. From the federal order, right? You know you can do that. But by law, you got a social security number. You got a birth certificate. You can't separate your ass from nothing. You ain't doing nothing better than me. You just lying to the kids. I'm not gonna lie to a young man and woman. They ain't doing nothing for you. You got daycare, like Ashley W said. Colin Kaepernick pay for her child support. Pay for her support. So what she need is somebody to pay for daycare. Pay for all these mothers' daycares. $20,000 not gonna pay for nothing. That's like 2-3 weeks. They charging $1,800 for daycare. Daycare. Come on now. But when I speak truth, something wrong with me. I'm a better. I'm weak. I'm all these things. But if I speak truth, something's wrong with me. But what's wrong with the other people that's really not doing nothing? But it's looked like they doing something. Come on. Yeah, I can sound angry, but I'm not angry. I'm not about to fight. I don't want to kill nobody. But I'm not going to have nobody lie to my face. You don't look good doing what you're doing because I'm not a stupid nigga. And I'm not a nigga and I'm not stupid. I was stupid at 17. I grown into the man. I became a man and I am being a man. I've been real. I just had to get there because there was no guidance to get there. Colin Kaepernick and LeBron guide black men how to be men. Guide them. Challenge them. No, we don't talk about that. See, what we need some drama. We need the orders to work. We need this religion to work. If it's not working, we can't follow it. If we can't follow it, what are we doing? So a man that stands for what they putting out is a man that falls for anything, not something. It has a name. If you're going to use face, it have evidence and it have a substance of what is. So the substance of what's not saying, what it's not saying. Well, it's not saying my neighborhood not changing. That's saying. What is the substance? We still got drugs and murders just as high as they was 3 years ago by the police and by us. Kaepernick, let's talk about black on black crime. Michael Jordan, LeBron, Michael Jordan pulled out a Nike. They said it's a false rumor. So be on the lookout for Michael Jordan pulling out a Nike for the Kaepernick campaign. See, Michael Jordan's smart. He stay as far away as he can. A lot of people do. When they get their money, they don't want to build wealth in the black community because there's no wealth. Because we don't understand. If anything, they're woke. They're more awake or aware than any woke or aware or Hebrew Israelite. How the hell you a Hebrew Israelite? You're not even in Israel. You didn't even come from Israel. You might have came from Jerusalem or Timbuktu. And they say you African booty scratcher. You not even from Africa. Where are we at? Well, I say unto one, I say all. It's your choice. It's your path. It's your journey. Go get some truth in you. Come talk to me. Let's do this. Let's guide each other to the truth. If not, we're going to still die. We're killing each other. It's a mass order to kill us. They're controlling us. The New World Order is being made. Star Wars, the book of the Bible is 66 orders, not 66 books. It's orders to control us. And it's not just the Bible. It's any literature that has a religion of it. All these religion is a control mechanism designed through propaganda, advertising, TV, religion, social media. So many propaganda tools. There's so many rules. We got kings and queens. I don't need a Queen Elizabeth. What the hell she for? What she do for me? What that's for? To control this country, duh. Everything the media, capital M, capital E, capital D, capital I, capital A, start in British. Go check that out. Go learn about the Roman Empire. What nationalities and ethnicities consist of. It's not black, but we are the decoys and pawns that are used the most to hurt each other. But we think there's nothing wrong that we don't have you will have no black doctor in your family, attorney or a teacher. There's nothing wrong with that. Start thinking about that. But everybody and mama want to be a fashion artist. They want to be a model. They want to be an athlete. They want to be an actor or actress. But nobody want to be anything that makes sense and will actually change the course of our community. Y'all have a great day. Enjoy life. Love yourself and be yourself. Shalom.